Zipex, the player with the bomb on his back, as it is by their time. They don't want to rush anything here. There's still a player down towards lower. Rotations coming through. There's BlameF though, takes the dual Berettas out of the hands of Alzerk, and indeed they're actually changing this round completely. Towards upper we go, and this is going to be a massive issue for Grim and Co.
Oh, that is a huge problem. And now these dual Berettas in enemy hands can just lock down this key choke point. There's no way back in towards the ramp room. BlameF executing, looking for the fourth, and he's going to get it. Give the big man the ace. Farley is going to steal it. And that is a fantastic.
It's good to keep the Romans happy.
Oh, we know that what happens when they're not happy, Henry.
Right.
We've all seen what happens when the Romans aren't happy. And oh, a happy chappy is Blame. Initiating this topside swing through the smoke. 2 will fall, and it is Floppy from the top rope. Let's see what he can get done. The tag of the Flames is good for 1. The trade is there. And
hang on.
He has been overlooked here.
He's got the AK-47 as well, and too many players to deal with. He's overwhelmed, but Halser might get the headshot here. Isn't required. That's absolutely massive. He steps up, and the round looks like it's completely over.
The issue while they try and deal with... Oh!
Here he comes again, the Grim Reaper.
These bloody Deagles, they're not going to get away from these, are they? They're just scampering. They're trying to get some real estate. Sure, Fang is the only one that can put up a fight, but the bomb is down. Time is of the essence. This might be the shot. Back of the head with the Deagle right here into the vent. Grim on notice. I think they should consider the save here. How's Grim meant to get out of this? He's slinked in towards the decon door. Sure. Fang's also pressing forward. Fang, he can take a fight here. That is an essential kill on the Glaive. Starting to initiate now. Grim, no kit for this. He's tapped the bomb. Halfway gone. Swings out, call clear, but still just one player to find. They have to knock Blame off. They have to get Blame done now. I don't think there's going to be time for the defuse here. He's done enough. Blame's done more than enough. The kills are beautiful work. 7-1 for Blame in the early stages.
It's up to Grim on top of that hut to do considerable damage. It will be required here, but no kills found so far. Who will open things up? It's going to be Config, JT to chime in as well. Remember, Grim's still on top of the hut, yet to be detected, and here he comes, looking for multiple kills here. He will find them. It's still going to be a 1 versus 1. Ali versus Holzerk, but he comes up towards the vent with the AWP. 8 seconds remaining, has to go for the plant, and that means he can encroach in his position, but it's going to be close range AWP, and I think he's got it. There's no way Ali can know. We'll spot him though, surely he spots him.
Sees the leg. Surely one of the teammates saw the leg. Farley now, he knows what the player is. Halzak on the side, up close and personal, but wow, more than enough chances there to course correct. A close one, I think there was a couple.
And it's going to be BlameF forcing the issue here towards upper. JT will get the kill through the smoke. That's towards Squeaky Door, and once again it's Grim on top of the hub, being an absolute nuisance here, but Config ducking and diving around the bomb side, brings it back to a 3-on-3. Smoke towards main, bang. Nothing he can do for now. The bomb should be planted momentarily, but a spam could come through towards main entrance as the bomb is planted, default plant, and the retake will be difficult. They've got a couple of flashes, an incendiary. If they throw it on Convict's position, they're onto something.
Another smoke towards main is going to buy even more time here. That one's a bad throw.
Smoke, though.
Yeah, it's got a big gap on the left-hand side here for Fang to work with, and Farley might just offer himself up. He's realized that there's a gap right now. Fang flirting with coming through, making himself seem bigger than he is. That flash forward, they're blind, they're coming out. Heaven off of that flop, he's been able to profit. Fang's found one as well. This is a good retake. They drop down on just enough HP. They will scoop up the kit, and they will definitely get the defuse, but well handled there. That flash from Fang, you could see it. It came in from main, zipped in. A lot of changes for Astralis and how they use these players, the roles that they play. And they're definitely starting to get them into a better form. But Fang right now, you wanted a big moment. This is his chance. 2, locked out. The molly comes. 3 for Fang, just biting down hard. And the 4th is there. Beautiful stuff from the Canadian.
Well, there we have it, Jad. I wanted a big play from him, and he certainly delivers on all fronts. That is massive. He manages to get 4, and he's on for the ace here as well. The bomb's down towards Secret, and we'll see whether he can convert this one. Certainly fancies it. You can't blame him. Speaking of blame, that's going to be him on the other side, and there it is. That's going to be a highlight moment for him. Spotted him.
They know he's there. Yeah, this is perfectly placed. He'll have to extinguish. Dancing through the flames. Come on, Fang.
He can do this. He can actually pull this one off, I dare say. He's low HP now, and he's done enough, I suppose, considering he was spotted. This Deagle kill is everything. Config needs to work out whether it's worth trying to pick up the rifle, but down to the 2-on-2. JT closes the door. Huge advantage here for Complexity. There's both Astralis players now on the window side.
Ali needs to go around the world. He needs to try and locate that drop rifle. That's going to be the only way in, because Zip, sure, he's got this gun in his hands, but he can't do this alone.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. Of course, they have kits, but no smokes to throw on top of the bomb here, so the rifle will be recovered. A chance is. Zipex makes himself known from the window.
Hello.
Swings it open, and there it is, the rifle. It's done everything and more, and it has to be said, Chad, that play towards ramp from Floppy has led them to this detrimental situation. Getting nothing there, not surviving. The key of ramp towards the heaven position, leading the charge here. Bang. He's ready and waiting, so is Floppy. Licking their wounds from the previous round, but still have enough to fight back here.
He's going to flash this.
Oh, this could be nice. Floppy is in sort of an anti-flash position, not anymore.
Oh, no!
He catches a face full of it. The flashbang and the ledge. Bang beneath him, Grim needs a double kill, not going to happen. But Hauser, remember, he's been here the entirety of this round. 10 seconds remaining, Chad. This is the kill that really matters. And where is Fang? He is nowhere to be seen. The bomb will be planted. There was a chance there for sure. Good positioning, but ultimately, this round will slip by. It's going to be just
so
one.
Good.
Might not matter, need to drop down now. This is where you want to escape.
He's got help coming, so maybe he wants to stand and fight here with a teammate. Fang's starting to swoop in as well and just beelining straight for this position, but a defensive smoke. Look at this play. Blame trying to buy himself some time, a safety raft of sorts. Glaive, an absolute nuisance here. He knows that 2 players rotated to ramp. He knows that he can start to take some territory back. Config, Farley, and Glaive to break the hearts of complexity here. Oh, the timing is going to be so miserable. Glaive's going to come up and just pip him. Bosh.
Yep.
That one.
On the handrail as well. Advantageous angle. Players down towards lower. Just JT defending now. And that should be all she wrote for round number 12. Both players down and lower. That's Floppy and Fang. They don't stand a chance.
I kind of want Blair's prediction of 16-8 to be correct because Maui was a bit sassy. I don't know if you caught that towards the tail end of that segment. A bit of sass out of Maui there. I thought, you know, they were the night shift. I thought they were brothers in arms. I thought they had this collective where everybody was mates, but each other here. There's the boost.
Okay.
The upper side is looking clearer and clearer, but it's all the ruse. Now back at the side, spotted the CT vent, swings. It's Grim to eliminate that of Blame, and now Farley knows that he can go down the fireman's pole. Needs a quick escape here. He might be able to get a plant out of this, but I'd say that's about it.
You say that, Chad, but there's always a chance.
Give him the beans, Hank.
We'll see what he can do with this one. The AWP lines up towards ramp, and he's got players all around him at this point. Time is of the essence, need to tuck himself in. He's got a couple of flashbangs to work with here. The first shot will be successful. Can he make the second? He absolutely can. Down to the 1 versus 1, and the AWP at range could be the best weapon for the job. Floppy will shut him down, Chad, but we had a moment there.
We gave him the beans.
So, like we said, compromises to be made for complexity. Sure, they won the previous one, but at what cost? 3 versus 1 quickly. Almost spiraled out of control. Round 14. Smoke's deployed outside momentarily. Willing us to recover the other one. Okay, no utility required here. Floppy has been pantsed a couple of times now in round.
He has been getting bullied ever so slightly here. A defensive smoke to stall out this secret crawl is the best thing I have to report right now, because from above, Config will strike Fang in the dirt, and that saved AWP as well. They didn't get into a bomb site. They have
maybe an upper rush here, as we'll see Astralis set up towards the lobby. Smokes will enable a drop down towards the vents, and there it is, an equal trade for now. They'll find an AK-47, but Glaive can hear them running around, scampering in towards that lobby, and I guess they might have a couple of kills here.
Flame's still activated, though. He's gotten down the vent during all of this. He needs to be most worried about Fang. He doesn't realize... Oh, actually, he should realize now, because he's just heard that smoke, Henry. As he comes around the corner here, Mr. Blame should be... Oh, not good for the kill. Uh-oh. The MP9 strategy, it's a matchmaking classic. It might pay off. It's just 1 man remaining. It's Farley. Do you want another crack at the 1-on-3?
I can give it another go. If he gets close to a bomb site, we'll get into it.
This one's harder to win, I imagine.
Yeah, and I'm going to need about 30 seconds to build up to it. So we'll see what it can do. So, Farley now. Presumably this one out of his remit. Out of his reach. AWP in hand, and well, that's going to be it. I'm glad I did give that time to Stu. That really could have got out of control. Hungry.
Oh.
But he does get wrecked. There it is. Quite a simple procedure in the end. Well, there was a chance of a big mow down. That's not meant to be. Man advantage. Poor complexity. Can they hold on to it, though?
This is going to be it. Glaive steps out. The flash is good. Farley, he's going to eat that one. Both eyes as the trading onto the site efficient, and the other 2 individuals there are on the lower side of things. Blame and Zip well out of position here. Thought they had all the information they required, but I guess Floppy making them doubt this. The bomb will get planted. Very likely to see Complexity pick this one up. I don't imagine they even go for this round considering the finances here.
I think you might be dead on. That previous round against just Glocks and nothing else has come back to bite them. Their money is going to be completely sabotaged, and it's all thanks to JT.
He's heard them rotate ramp, so he's called this rotation out, and coming down the ladder, Grim needs to be very careful. Fang's found one, JT the other. Everybody just rotating around the map, but the rifles are still alive, and Zip, he's done some damage here. Blame and Glaive, they have a chance.
Do they jump down the fence here? If they do, they'll be in a lot of trouble. BlameF patrolling towards main entrance. There's always the option to jump down the vents. And it hasn't quite landed, so I assume there's Molotoving squeaky door there. Still a chance. BlameF's got the kip. Glaive is up, waiting for that smoke to dissipate. And it's up to Fang and Grim here. They know exactly where they are now, towards the hut, and Glaive will start to flank around from squeaky door. This could be big. This could be huge, but that's the key frag and should calm things down. Blame should just save at this point.
Yeah, and they also only saw one player cross towards the hut, so they won't have an idea that both make his way around to get up the heavens. That could be the difference maker as they're starting to search out Squeaky. Grim, the point man of this, he spotted one towards the site, will win the duel. Glaive goes down, it's Config up in the rafters, and he has to do it all. Config has to get every kill required here, because Farley, as mentioned, is on the lower side of the map and will have to save.
Well,
11 to 10, we could be going to 3.
It could be. That's a 4 and 5 conversion for Complexity. That's very difficult to do on the likes of Nuke. On the T side, you don't see it too often, but they've managed to actually make it look quite comfortable in the end. Quite a lackluster hold towards upper, and it will be Astralis giving the round up. Farley to save the AWP, and he's going towards outside, and he could find himself in a bit of hot water here if the T start retreating towards spawn as well. So where
they walk, Fang straight in for a fight. Config is going to stall them out here as 2 have made it down the vent. At least that's some space, or was it? Straight into Zip, who's already ready and waiting for this. He's going to grab another kill. The bomb in the vent here. Zip's done a great job.
Yeah, this is looking like the first convincing round they've had on their CT campaign. Just Grim and JT remaining. I say just. They've both been playing phenomenally well, and Grim, he's actually got some positional control. He's beneath heaven right now, and they don't seem to be aware. And it's the AWP, an awkward weapon to yield here. And at this point,
I don't like his chances.
This is going to be rough.
Really don't like his chances with the AWP here. It feels like the worst weapon for the job.
Yeah, I think he might be onto something there, but he's going towards main at least. So Grim, we'll let him live for now. Oh, no, he's not. He's coming in. Oh, the timing's... Farley's dead. No two ways about it. Apparently not, though. A no-scope will do. Using the bayonet on the end of the AWP there, it will be enough. And JT, maybe a souvenir frag. Take one home. As he's left in a 3 versus 1. Bomb towards the vent still. Oh, that was looking very likely for a headshot, but not meant to be. Makes up for it on the second interaction and needs to be careful if Farley hits the shot, though. And finally, Astralis will post a correction.
Is that the correct... I think there might be a gap in that main smoke, actually. Just off the line for now. And, well, JT's aware of the one-way first 2 kills come in. Glaive does find Grim. And as I mentioned, I think there was a gap on the main smoke. I don't know how else Glaive would have found that frag.
Well, this one's starting to unfold, and finally a very clean round from Astralis as they go 13 to 11. Ozark will be better off saving the AWP. His finances are at absolute 0. In terms of next round, they'll be getting $1,900 per player without the plant. So, yes, indeed, you do have to save, and might just be the force greatly impacted from the previous round, having to save. And Floppy, he's found a bit of a gap here. This could be interesting. He'll get the opening frag as well. I dare say the second. That's going to be round. We'll see if BlameF can make anything of it. There has been significant damage, but it's not worth it anymore.
There's a lot of nades available. So one of the keys is if they can find a nade kill onto Fang or Grim, there's an opportunity for the retake. But unless this utility is perfectly placed, I'm with you. It has to be the save. They've just been brute forced into this top site. That's a little bit of an FPX type maneuver right there with that play from Floppy coming out the squeaky door, looking at the hut. The flash is perfectly timed. Seen that one once or twice, and just the save immediately. So you know that Astralis are taking things seriously when they're not even giving this a look in.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
They've been involved in 5, 1-5. Farley's been involved in 2 and 1-2. So you guys do the maths right there, but opening kills are few and far between here for Complexity in this matchup. And Floppy, he's been the one suffering a lot of opening deaths. He's 3 and 8 as far as opening exchanges is concerned.
What's going on here with the AWP?
Well, a lot. Farley means dangerous. He's getting real dangerous. One done, dead. The fight on the side, though, that's where the real action is. It's going to be Config and Glaive in tandem getting a couple of kills here. It's a 2-on-3, sorry. A 1-on-3. Maths is hard, and so's this for JT. He's dead. 21 kills for Glaive, 15 on the board, and oh, they're going to be ahead of the smoke wall. If the smoke wall gets used, there's a kill for Farley. He has to hit this shot. Has to hit this, and he does. So they're going to now accelerate. You want to try and pressure ramp in this environment. You know the AWP can't be there to help them. So apply pressure to Zip, who's been having a go at things.
Oh, he's timed this very well, Chad. He's made things uncomfortable, but they rise to the occasion. At least take him down. I was about to say one of the best in the business towards ramp. Farley will have to deliver here. He's going to die to the flames. Not quite. 20 HP, and Glaive will have to put on a bit of an aim display here. Smoked off, though, however. Might try and make his way towards the silo, but Zoke one step ahead of him. 4-on-2. Blame F residing towards Wind at the last line of defense here. If he can get a kill here, there's a chance. There's no bomb planter just yet. I know exactly where that planter is, and here's another opportunity, but Grim with a nice shot. That should be a...
Farley, we've already seen him try and clutch from this position once.
Leaving rampantly Farley here. This is another ambitious maneuver from the Danish sniper. He's got players all around him here towards lobby. And he'll pick up the first. What a trade come through. Nice smoke. Great smoke. Nothing they can do with it now. They have to go towards upper. They've got those outside smokes, but they are dissipating. 5-on-4. Astralis with their best opportunity yet to close things out.
Zip's in the perfect position as well. If they do try and pincer towards this top side, he can just pivot out at any moment. JT's not going to be ready for a move like this and playing for info with 39 seconds on the clock. This is Zipex every day of the week. Now towards top, the mollies, the flashes, they're coming in, but they need to find the frags. Bobby's found one, bang the other. They're in, but they need to get more of these kills. It's every single frag falling in the favor. It's just Farley. They just melted.
They were all there. They were all healthy. To steal a couple more if they even can get close to winning this round. Zipex, can he do anything? Nope.
Yeah, he's screwed now, and they're pinned. He's going to swing. He's going to try and fight. Sure, give them something. That's a kill, but he should be one and done. Fang will find the trade as Blame. I mentioned not known to be an AWP, but this is his time to shine. His moment in the sun right here. Malta, it's bloody hot, but it needs to get hotter now as the flames hit the feet. Forced back towards the decon door. Glaive's low, remember, and they know where he is, and he's also dead, so it's now just Blame. He's got to do this alone.
Here he comes. He recovers the M4. More familiar territory, but no kit, no utility, and a long, long walk for what feels like an eternity round towards the single door position. I think Complexity have done this. This could be enough now. It's a decent effort to open things up, but remember, he has no kit, and there we have it. Out of nowhere, complete desperation. Complexity find themselves in towards overtime. Good. Absolutely true. Fortunately, Astralis remain on the CT side, but first kill almost eludes them. They'll actually open things up here with a couple, but still a lot of work to be done. The bomb goes down towards upper, and we've seen this bomb site melt a couple of times. Fortunately, looks like it's completely under control here, and Farley gets a very nice one. But here's Glaive. I don't love this angle. The swing out will come through, and Fang will take him down to 1 HP. Unfortunate there. Oh, does he spot him in the corner? Yep. He absolutely does. Config comes out on top, 4 versus 3, but still so many players just funneling out of this hub position. They actually have control, I would say, as well. Incendiary down towards the bomb site, but one received towards Heaven as well. Also with the AWP. He's been great. We'll see whether he can continue this as Farley, man of the moment, flashed off and not taken down just yet.
I was going to say, they still hadn't dealt with him. He was just sitting there completely blind in main. Hauser will get it done. Coming out the Heavens here, it's easy to stifle this. It's just Zip. And that was a round that started with Astralis openings.
He cancels it. I think he'll be better for it.
Farley's in a strong position here if they do go up the Heavens, though. He might be at... Oh, is it ramp or is it Heaven? 30 seconds.
30 seconds indeed.
Gonna be ramp.
Got a lot to do here. And with no smokes, they'll do so well to clear out this position. They can flash window effectively. They might be onto something. It'll have to be a hell of a flash, though. Here we go. Zivex needs at least one. Not going to find it just yet. They give him no opportunities. But he has got Convict down there with him. Not going to pull the trigger just yet until it really matters. And now mowing them down. And there we have it. He's called that he's dropped down lower, right? He would have heard that drop down from upper. So maybe he's calling for his teammates to come back. But it is Grim. This is the all-important shot. He is primed and ready for it.
Storing the one-way here. Boys, there's 13 seconds. You need to get the bomb down. You need to get in the site right now. It's loose. They're dropping in. They're getting it down. There's Blame and Glaive, 2 players you'd want alive for this. The one-way, it's going to subside pretty quickly here.
This is going to get very dicey indeed. It's up to Glaive now, repositioning himself, but allows himself to be known. Back to the 2-on-2. Who comes out on top? The spam war's coming through. Lots of time left, and it's going to be a 2 versus 1. Down to Blame F. He's got a flank behind them. I don't think this is the correct call.
For that.
No, it's definitely not. Oh, he's got no chance at all now. I would say that's going to be it. That was an absolute fumble from Astralis, Jad.
What a poorly played round that was in the mid-round there.
Maybe the Hail Mary as Config just looks to take things into his own hands once again, but he's just running through utility now. And JT's got a guaranteed frag here. And looks like double overtime, Jad.
Yeah, double overtime is a delectable morsel on the menu right now. JT warded them off, and now the bomb has been scooped. The mid-rounds from Astralis haven't been convincing, so no. I'm having a hard time piecing this one together, and here's the bigger issue. Blame is going to want Farley to initiate first, and the reason that probably shouldn't happen is two big reasons. Farley has the AWP, and second of all, Blame's on 4 HP.
Yeah.
But I know the way that this tends to go down in a Blame clutch round.
Let's see what he can do. Not a complete foregone conclusion, but not looking good at all. 1 minute remaining, and Blame makes his way towards main. Shot, back to a 2-on-2. And he is just dissecting the map now. Has to be a nuisance, has to catch one of them off. Farley will just be holding towards the lobby.
Well, see, Farley did initiate first, right? He bought all this space. All of this is through Farley's molly and the kill. Now some steps are being made, potentially heard from this vent position, but are you going to drop the bomb down, Blame? That's the question, or are you going to actually make the ascent yourself? Well, it'd be descent in this situation.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Speaking of ascent, up the ladder, it's not the map, it's the kill, and Blame on 4 HP. Maybe he's done it. Halzok to clutch again. The AWP, the Deagle, all the nades he can require right here. He's found the gap, he's threaded the needle, he's got this kill dead to rights. Farley's in the dirt right now, and that Molotov could get it done on its own. Just throw that, watch it burn as he's throwing one back, the extinguish. He's got the kit, he's on the sit, and this should be it. Halzok is gonna take us to double overtime, 18-18. We go again.
That's amazing.
One of these maneuvers, this time Fang's gonna catch him off guard, but Zip had some space as well to work with. They're holding hands right now, they're holding on tighter complexity here.
And it's working. Not really any sort of response. The only damage they've done so far is through that speculative wallbang at the start. Oh, looking quite as clean as the old Astralis, this T-side nuke. It's a bit scrappy, just relying on individuals to leap in, try and find a gap.
It evolved past them, that's for sure. Definitely. Yeah. Changes in the roster haven't helped the situation either, but no longer the trendsetters.
This is looking quite rough. T-side has been a struggle. What's up? Either way, there's Glaive. He's dropped guaranteed round for complexity. They will open things up in double overtime, yeah?
I feel like there are definitely more options on the T side for complexity to call at the moment than Astralis, but at the same time, this one's hard to call. I feel like complexity, and this is like the cliches as we're talking about. Farley, it's an emergency. He has broken the window, and he will be dead meat. But I
deployed from complexity, the AWP. AK-47's Fang in the corner as well. They've got so much to check, and unfortunately just push back once again. There will be Astralis finding a couple of kills, make it 3 now. So they actually bounce back very nicely.
That was tidy work right there, isolating these fights here. You're expecting Astralis looking for the space. They'll take the kills. Now, how can this mid-round go wrong?
This is the problem with this team right now. I don't trust anything.
Too many lurks. Group up, use the number advantage, use all your utility, hit a bomb site.
Good point.
Why are we lurking around the map in a 2v4 situation?
If Blame goes down here, like you've made it a winnable scenario, right? Like you're dead on. I think at this point, just get together. You don't need to be backstabbing and finding those sort of kills. Either way, the way they like to operate, and 45 seconds remain. I would just say get together here, lads.
They're letting him work again. The amount of space he's being given
every second that goes by, they're going to be considering this, right? You can see it happening now. Oh, the timing does elude Floppy, unfortunately. So there we have it. That should be it, but you never know. JT's had a few moments here. First kill, but unfortunately, that's all we'll get. We go 1-1.
Expecting this. It should be 2 kills in the back of the head, but Glaive is searching the wrong way. Way. He's given this one over. Now there's a chance for complexity here. The AWP over towards ramp to back up Floppy. Blame's got that kill, but they still don't know that Halzok is here. JT's taken Farley. That might thrust them elsewhere, and they are starting to head back towards the top side. JT and Grim are the 2 they need to knock over. Oh, and if they tuck him behind the vent, this is a perfect setup right now.
There is a smoke and a flashbang available. Zipex and Blame together. 2 very good clutch players. Do they go down towards lower? No presence from the CT side there whatsoever. Grim, there is a gap here. They found it. If they can time it well, they're not even going to check the CT vent.
Oh, no!
Exchange at the start, just trying to cause some spam damage. It's Grim towards the silo. Floppy looking for ramp pushes, and Glaive with incendiary towards the huts.
In this direction, but they're coming out. Config, that's the bomb. Grim fortunately gets one back here. Blame pushes through the smoke, takes the fight. JT's found a kill elsewhere onto Zip as well. There's so much pressure, fights everywhere across the map, but the bomb is still marooned right now, and Blame with the perfect time. 30 kills for him at this juncture.
Yeah, it's looking very good. Fang, might as well go for it. It is overtime. Certainly got a chance here. The first shot won't be his though. Farley will bring it back to the case, but it will be the first couple of frags. Will they live to tell the tale? Glaive fighting back for his life here, trying to avoid triple overtime, and it's the AWP that's getting aggressive once again. Bombs down towards lower. Floppy is a menace. Keeps getting himself down towards that vent, and I dare say they've done it, Chad. That could be enough.
Hard round to win right now for Astralis here. They've also heard the rotation for Farley down the vent, so he's dead to rights. Another body hits the deck, and it's just two, Zip and Glaive, as this game feels like it's never going to end. They step into Floppy's domain, and now Glaive, in a 1-on-4, turned 1-on-3 by his own design, would have to do all this work with 20 seconds left on the clock. He smoked off the single door, doesn't have a bind for the molly, it comes out. Grim will get the kill, 21-21, and coming his way.
Well, there will be a lot coming his way, actually. It's going to be 3 players in front of him, the AWP towards the ramp itself, and that's rough. Config gets nothing done there whatsoever. A freebie for Fang. Wave away towards the double doors, and this one could be done already. Once the bomb's planted, they've already seen in a clean shot, and there we have it. Config didn't want to wait for his teammates. He wanted to take the fight straight away.
I don't know why he was so blindsided by the fact that they were already down ramp, because Farley just died 2-0 at ramp. But either way, like I mentioned before, I feel like Complexity want to win this map a little bit more so than that of the Danes.
You might be right. Well, that's a very good way to kick things off. Very convincing shot as well to close things down. Scrappy rounds, to say the least.
Attempt there from Halzerk. He's going to quickly be on their tail. And Glaive, well, he's in lobby. He's just taking some fights. He's in, he's out, he's ducking all about, as it is just going to be Grim and Fang left alive. Now, considering how strung out Astralis have been, if Fang and Grim stay together, they might be able to isolate a fight. Glaive will be the first. He's just going to take this one. He's lonesome. Thinks it smokes a wall. Grim's got another, and again, we've seen this happen time and time again.
Yeah. Overcommitting to so many fights and clean shots. Clean as your life and Complexity. Fang and Grim working in tandem here towards the upper bomb site. They've got plenty of time. They don't have to commit to this plan just yet, but they will. Farley with the one-way smoke. The orb so difficult to maneuver with towards heaven, trying to suggest he's dropped down. Zipex will get nothing from main entrance for now. How do they even get into this round?
It's so hard. Farley's at least spotted one towards the back of the side, but Fang's just shown himself hot, so Zip knows where both are. He has the kit, but only Flash. Well, I thought he knew where both were. Didn't Farley spot the side guy on the jump? Maybe didn't quite catch the top of the head there, and that's fake. They're going to go B. They're just hoping to draw one rotator away. That molly stalls them out for now. It is going to stifle this top hit, and they have to go B. They have to go into Zipex's domain. He's down here behind the site, needs to hit a couple of shots. The first is good. The pivot, not good enough. Halzerk survives. The bomb goes down. We have a 4. No, it doesn't go down. It's been denied. It's in the open right now. Farley's going to spill it even further. And fighting for survival are Astralis just through the smokes. They're continuing to claw their way into this. That'll be their only round on the CT side of OT number 3. But it's something to work with here.
It's not pretty, but it will pump the brakes somewhat. Blame F though, as you'd expect, lurking towards the hub position, finds Grim, and they've got the man advantage once again. Zipex patrols towards the vents, and in terms of utility, they still have a smoke, few flashbangs, Molotovs as well. Halzerk's been so dangerous in these sort of situations.
We have to be honest about this situation. Towards the lower side, it's all Floppy all day of the week. He's the only one that can stop this push. There's 3 players coming his way. The bomb is here. Glaive has his knife out right now, not ready for it. The first exchange comes through, but there it is. Glaive, make sure that this one doesn't fall foul, and we might be tying things up 23-23 as steps are heard. Blame, this is his absolute wet dream. He just gets to peer the corner. Thank you very much. I'll take both of you. Not looking at you. 24.
Almost full certainty happens. Like this is wild. I was really looking forward to seeing some very clean and 2022 meta CS. It's what is it exactly that? Blame F. Doesn't quite convert the kill, but Grim certainly does. That's a nice one. Brings it back to a 4-4. JT looking for the double kill. Can't quite find it. Farley will keep things even for now, and it's back and forth, but 2 versus 1. Farley can't do it. I think he might be in trouble here. Looking for map points. It's Complexity, and they've got it. One more will do it. Not for long, though. Grim wants that 3rd.
He's been great at the hut fight. He's done it again, and this time it will be the opening for Complexity here. Halzerk, he's gone for a looky-loo. Glaive is down towards the secret position. They have to have a good idea that someone is down here. He is going to get flanked any second now. It just needs to be stalled out for a moment longer. Floppy just needs to survive. Glaive's going to try and make up the vent. They have to top split. They have to try and top split up the ladder. How's he been able to juke 2 of them? Grim on notice now towards the A site. I'm sure JT not too far behind, but Grim might do it on his own. Up the ladder they come. This is locked out. Blame, a 1-on-5 situation required. Here's 15 seconds left on the clock. No hope, no prayer. Dust 2, Henry, it's coming.
I think you might be right, and there it is. Complexity have done it. It took a while. It took 3 segments of overtime, but there you have it. We are going to Dust 2. Astralis just couldn't keep it alive after going up 10.